It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. All that and more coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you can look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his second year under center.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. Mixon has the first down and more. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. It's a big-time run by Mixon. 31 yards.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big game, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They will work the middle with Mixon. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now it's the veteran, Dare Ogunbowale. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He locates the open man. That's Christian Kirk.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On the ground is Ogunbowale. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And a short pickup down inside the 10. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. He pulls it in around the 5. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Fourth down, and on comes Jaime Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Third and 6. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense ready to see the football for the second time. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A chance here for Ogunbowale. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Braden Fisk is there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is going to be knocked away. Incomplete. And with that, time has expired here in the opening quarter. Third down and 9. Back to throw. Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point. And the Texans are out to a 10-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Downfield, complete. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
He gets it into the hands of Atwell.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, it's Williams. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, right back to Williams. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then...
And he's in! Davante Adams! Touchdown, Rams!
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams are on the board. It's 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run. It's Open Bawale. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Stroud to throw here on first down. This one caught by Mechie.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now, Stroud. He completes this one to Mechie. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Rams offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Stafford now on third down. He gets this complete, finding Adams. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
To the air again, Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. That's Henry To'o on the tackle. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. The motion man is Nakua. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Now it's Stafford. Out quickly to Nakua. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go play action with Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's good for a Texans first down.
We've seen third down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Stroud going to tuck this one on the zone read. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. On 1st down, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here's a handoff to Williams. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. That one on target for Williams. He's got it. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They go play action with Stafford. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Going right back. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Texans have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they come up for 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. That's to Higbee, the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Stafford to throw again. To the left side, and Adams has it. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Stafford. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
If you can rush the passer, you can close out games, and that third down sack is going to go a long way to closing this one out. Forces 4th and long, a desperate offensive possession. It's going to all come down to this 4th down try.
Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. That's taken in, and he's going to have a Rams first down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. They've got to burn the timeout. They do. That is a costly sack. And now maybe they only have time for one play. Second down, goal to go. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. One last throw here for Stafford. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Texans. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.